You got the chef. You got the golden battle armor.
No, 4 skins.
4 skins. All right, so
Yeah, it's the first one.
We got winner semis to start things off here. It's a striped ditto, and this is well, get used to this. It's
Yeah,
really
we're
all
gonna
I think I can say.
we're gonna be seeing this a bit tonight.
All right, so Sice is the combat gizmo. Zoo is the standard gizmo. Mostly because Sice
Right.
ran up there immediately to go. Oh, I definitely said that. Well, I mean, they came from Gizmo.
It's day 0.
It's their daddy, technically.
They did not come from Gizmo.
They
They're
did.
different.
They did.
They're different.
Mogwai, they come from the water, and then from the water they bubble out, and then they become little fluff balls, and then they become new Mogwai, and then you
That
feed them,
said-
and then you die.
Zoo just going all out there and getting that first stock with the down air.
I can't wait for people to like highlight that clip, and it's just me talking about that.
And
But
Sice
Hands are
answering back.
That was really good. Sice getting him with a single bullet, forced him to go low. All right, we didn't see these type of edge guards before. Everybody's been killing off the sides. Now we're seeing some deep spike plays.
Well, it doesn't help that Sice or like Stripe just loses half of his kit in the Ditto because you just use forward air.
Yeah, he also has like pretty poor vertical recovery. It's mostly horizontal play. So if you get him to go low once, it basically guaranteed to knock out. And you were the only person who did it earlier. I'm glad to see more people are doing it. That down attack does drop below the ledge, so you can use that to pop people up to get spikes. I mean, not spikes, get knockouts off the top. And also just pop people up, make them panic dodge, and then hit them with side air.
Yeah, it was one of those things that like you kind of see and you gotta take advantage of certain things. But both of these characters, like both of these players, have been kind of pushing the character definitely further than most that I've seen tonight.
Yeah, Zoo plays this character very similar to
Oh,
the
he
same
plays
way.
it just like that, man.
It's the same thing. Like he's an advantage pusher, and he said it too. He's like he's a tactical masher. Like he presses a lot of buttons, but like in your face to the point where you're stressed out at every option you take. Now I have seen a lot of great improvements from Sice for sure, and he's got to, he's not that far off from getting back in, but he's got to respect more of these projectiles. Like, I feel like he's not respecting the volley backs, especially those, on all these buzzsaws, where Zoo's gotten away from a lot more of them.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Me and Zoo were practicing the volleys. Me and Chavo earlier too. It's really cool to be able to hit the buzzsaw and as in the air, just try and hit it back.
Yep.
It can be kind of like hard to remember at times, but it's really a good amount of damage.
I mean, if you're lucky enough and you're right in front of it, you're going to apply like
He has
50
no
damage.
air dodge, but he does get the side special.
That chainsaw, although it has some decent startup, is a pretty decent move if people aren't there to challenge it quick enough. That's 2 bullets, though. Oh, he almost had it. He was so close to the chainsaw knockout.
They're just using chainsaw like in as much as possible. They're just challenging each other. They're having a good time.
I like it a lot.
It's fun.
I mean, it's very similar to, like you said, the Peaches forward air, where it has like a decent startup, but you don't want to go challenge it because by the time you get there, you might get hit.
Yeah, you could accidentally get knocked out.
And it also applies that right there to target debuff. Goes for the recovery, doesn't catch him. Sice going low that time.
I think at higher percents, wasting all 3 of your bullets is actually a detriment. The more that I'm watching.
I like the idea of holding on to one, hit, shoot, hit. Like, anytime you get someone to disadvantage and you hit them one time, I've noticed that's when all of y'all have gotten the most reward so far.
Yeah, once they have nothing left in the tank, you're allowed to press forward, and they can't really do anything outside of an offensive option. That's what was kind of starting to make it more difficult versus the Jake in my matchup, was because Jake has really good buttons up close.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to challenge. That said, forward air is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's the same song and dance.
Sarah reminds me a lot of like Rick's Sarah, but like bigger.
It's bigger.
Like it covers
It's bigger.
higher range, and the more dangerous part is that it could be on the Tacticay, but if it sends you far enough out, the bullets will take you out anyways. So
yeah,
that is,
and it combos.
yeah, it combos. It has a lot of drift off of jump cancel too, so you could jump cancel and it's already active. So it's very similar to that of like what the chainsaw presents to you. You see it, you know it's coming, but you're
Not
still
much you
gonna
can
get
do.
hit. Yeah, you still just gotta be all right. You got it.
But that said, utilizing the saw blade, it goes, once it hits the opponent, it does lose the hitbox, but if you hit it, or if it hits the floor, it will regain the hitbox, making it a dangerous tool in doubles.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things you get out of it. And here on this stage, I've noticed like any platform stage is good on because of that. Like you just cover that ground. That ground is now yours. Even if somebody reflects it, it's like, eh? Because I saw Jake reflect it earlier. It's like, okay, cool. I will just move to the other side. But
Yeah, exactly. It benefits no one, but benefits both characters at the same time if there's a reflector involved.
right now.
154, 164. See, like, hanging on to it, if it's not going to knock out, there's no point in using the 3 bullets, in my opinion. You might as well just either save them or use one.
I think he assumed it was going to knock out at that window, so he probably just had a misjudgment.
Probably just stale.
Oh my god.
Tries to go for the down air.
He wants it still. Yeah, it's a Sice mashing that up special was the right call because he was really close to getting knocked out.
Very dangerous spot to be in, too. No recoveries. That's the problem. Like, that's the biggest thing about this Ditto, is because both characters are trying to rush in for that move, a lot of the times you're hit out of one or multiple resources as you're trying to approach and then put into a situation where you got to guess when the gun is going to go off.
Yeah.
Very dangerous.
There's so many layers to, like, this is meant to be just an aggro kick. Oh, I don't think he realized that he got caught on one of his jumps, so he probably mash jump instead of a dodge in.
Didn't even matter, though. He had the gun waiting. It would have spiked him down afterwards.
That's true. That's true. Even after that, he could just patiently wait, punish him for it. And now Sice gets one. Waits out for the chainsaw. Very smart. Waited out the chainsaw, but he is behind. But as we've seen, you know, Stripe just kind of go off. So, I mean, quick 25 damage right there.
Yeah, very quick damage. This character can rack it up very quickly. Buzzsaw coming in. Not going to do anything with it, though. Did have the hit marker on it. That hit marker, for anybody who's curious, if you have that on you, Stripe can shoot you anywhere on the map.
Yep. I feel like I'm going to hit Honeymoon phase with this character really fast because, like, it's really exciting watching all this right now. But my goodness, this character is so fast, and he covers so much, and that bullet is crazy. So I'm curious to see what even his counterplay, because right now he's feeling extremely good.
Yeah, I think that this character, is going to have a very easy time dealing with a lot of the cast.
I feel like in 2v2s he might have some more counterplay. I feel like in 1v1s he's feeling very similar to like early days of what Batman felt like before the nerfs.
I think so too.
So because he covers a lot, but I think people will figure it out. That being said, it's day 0, so nobody knows the matchup yet, and those bullets will close it out. All he has to do is wait for the dodge, add the target marker on him like we were talking about before, and the debuff will send him packing. And I'm going to lean back and get out of the camera. Retro's going to walk away because we got to go play. And it's my time to talk to y'all, chat, and YouTube. How y'all doing? I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Always. But we got the other half of winter semis coming up. It's Zoo taking that out 2-0. So far, the reign of terror that is Stripe continues. Everybody's been playing